All right. Hello, 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 and welcome to Psi Divine. I appreciate your interest. If you are all right, feeling good, or enjoy the content, please subscribe. That way you will get to see more of those readings, and sometimes there's a message in there just for you. I feel motivated today to do a extended message. So if you are watching this, um, I don't think you're supposed to be necessarily sitting in one spot watching it. I feel like the the thing that needs to be going on here, if you are watching this video, is you need to be in motion. So figure out a way to just listen and do something. Be moving your body, cleaning, I don't care. But it does feel like a message where you're just supposed to be listening more than watching. Okay, if you want to watch, cool. If you can do both, cool. But I do feel like as this message is given, the physical body should be in motion. Like all of it, not going anyplace naughty. This should be just the physical body in motion, doing something, anything. All right? So, yes, all right. That was the first message. Now, we're going to move into the other messages. I was going to do this per sign, but as I started, I realized I'd be sitting here a really long time. So I'm going to shorten this down to feminine and masculine energies. And because it's kind of like a different variation on my readings, which I love doing different stuff, because of the newness of it, I'm going to shorten it to just the feminine and masculine for whoever needs this data the most, which is how it always ends up being with my messages. So, okay. All right. Now, the title that you see on the screen there is Building and Moving Blocks, right? So, the blocks that I'm speaking about are the things that stop us from going forward, a wall, um, just whatever blockages we have built with our thoughts or sometimes other people in your environment. But recognizing them and moving them. Note, I did not write removing the blocks. I don't know why, I just haven't written it, not even once. And I've made a few notes on the block stuff. So I just woke up with this energy, so let's go. All right, so we're going to start with, well, I think we should naturally this time do ladies first. Goddesses, or anyone who identifies with more of their feminine energy at this time. Now, if you're new to this channel, my readings are everywhere. They could just be any and everywhere. So I try to tighten up the message as best as I can. Again, I'm always a perpetual student. So one of the things that I like are the letters. Okay, there's about 300 letters in here. Could be more at this point. Might be 400. I don't know. But there's hundreds of letters in here, and uh, usually I consider the message complete when all of the letters, or at least 98, 99% of the letters, all come together in a message. Okay? So, for my goddesses, let's see what data is here for you regarding moving, building, moving those building blocks, recognizing them. Okay. Okay. Somebody needs some adapting to new situations, adaptation. I'll pull this down a little bit. So here we have a blank. Whenever I see a blank, things are still in process, so you have options. It's not a situation that you're stuck in. That's perception. Could be how you see things. Sometimes you just get used to things being away for so long that change is hard to imagine. Some of you have a moving block it's a block because you've said yes for too long. There's experiences that someone is having because of obligations to another. So they are not the original intended experiences in your life right now. Oh gosh. I'm not reading that out loud, so if you happen to walk by the screen, I know I said stay in motion, but oh God. Okay. There are some blockages involving beliefs regarding health. Wow, I don't really. Oh boy. I think I know whose data this is. So I'm going to stop touching the letters. Screen cap, rearrange how you think you need to see what other messages are here that I may step over or not. So there may be some questions that someone has. Jesus. I know there's a hard word here, and I'm okay. So I was going to do this live. Let me say that first. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do this live because this may take some time and I may want to speed the video up so you guys don't just have to stare at this and watch, but I'm gonna leave the video at its original time. For anyone else who sees other messages that, again, that I won't see, I may not see. Oh boy. Okay. So the mind of the angel versus the mind of the others. Okay. Jesus. What I just heard is won't be the first, won't be the last. Mind of the others. All right. So I think I don't really know if I need to pull any minds of the others cards on those. But let's see a little bit more about the blocks. See, decoding. Move that. Nope, I can't. Okay, so I get a 1 down here. Wow. So there is, at the core of everything, there's a new start. Things that are risky, taking a chance, and it has to be decided. It doesn't feel like high level happy times, right? There's concern, and then there's a 9 sitting right up here. So this can be dealing with energies that come across as almost haters, the angry crowd, things going in a different way. This is karma that has an effect for everyone. And much I don't like saying that a lot of the karma is happening because it's like it's happening because too many have agreed. Too many have agreed. So as long as there aren't, you know what I'm saying? Like, gosh. This is tough advice to give to anyone. And I don't, again, my words are for consideration only. Ultimately, whoever's going through this has to make that decision for themselves. But at a certain point, there's going to be a rewarding, and then when there's no rewards or when people aren't moving, the rewards will be taken away. It'll be a cycle of mind over matter, but matter being more of the feet, your feet, and what you want to do. This is a situation where someone has options, but there's a certain adjustment to a lifestyle, the way things are. So change is very stressful. It always is. Here we get 15. And in the regular tarot, that is the devil. So it's control, control being taken, because control is being given. No other way to really say that. Nothing can be taken that isn't given. Well, I mean, unless you're being arrested or something like that. But that'll be a later reading. Um, so we get 9, but it's in reverse. So the one that is, if you're an energy, a feminine energy that is unto yourself, a hermit type, you keep to yourself. You may be now in a position where you have to start searching, could be searching for ways to remove those building blocks, make decisions about what's next. This could be with work. And it's earth energy here, so it feels more like things that are on the ground. Pentacle energy, physical things, material things, education, career, household, all things that are touchable, tangible, deal with money, blah, blah, blah. Now, for some, this may feel like um, bad stuff. It's the end of a cycle, it's a changing, a turn of events, the turning of the wheel. Wheel in the sky keeps on turning. I now hear journey. Okay, that's a song I don't want stuck in my head all day. But wheel in the sky keeps on turning is then I hear the second part of that, wheel in the sky keeps me yearning. So this can be something that sparks energy, can spark the warrior. Can be something that sparks the warrior, but the motivation behind all of this, the rocket fuel, is this is awakening passions, awakening a new version of self, a stronger, more sturdy version of you, where maybe the reckless behavior of others puts you in a place where you're kind of just over it, right? And it kind of launches you into a new state of mind. Because at a certain point, once the decision is truly made, you can only go up from there. So, this is a situation, your moving blocks at this time um, have a bit of finality to them. A decision has to be made. Things feel like they're going, things are feeling like they're beyond your control, but they are not. That is perception. Nonetheless, this is a time for transformation, where the gummy worm, I don't know why I got that gummy worm, comes out of their cocoon and makes a very solid decision. And it's a decision that's greater than the earth energy has potential to be. But right now, what is greater, what feels greater is war. The war feels like the war against one. And that's perception. It is a war against many. Okay. So what I asked here was best decision. Best decision is an action that has to be taken. A plan has to be. You got to put together that plan. Got to execute that plan. It is about your health. It's about safety, efficacy, is what I heard. So this may be a great time to speak with a medical professional or 10, and then read some for yourself. Whoever's dealing with this energy, not pointing anyone out, whoever's dealing with this energy, you ain't stupid. You're very smart. So This is a time that is supposed to spark energy, curiosity, learning for the self, making decisions for the self, sticking with a team, or deciding how valuable that team is to you. How valuable is it to you to be a part of the others? Are you comfortable in the position you're in to keep going? Hey, 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 stop. Are you comfortable with your current position to keep going? Um, how will you feel once you make that decision? Because this is going into parts, places unknown. It is destinations unknown. But again, there's this battle, and it doesn't really have to be a battle, it's a decision. Okay? It's a decision that is going to eventually have to be made anyway because of the aggression, the tactics, aggressive tactics that are going to be a part of, and I use the term loosely, persuasion. But we have death, we have in the seven, we have a chariot. It's trust, can be journeys, decisions to leave or go forward with a choice. Evolving is really the thing, though. Like, and it's education, it's knowledge, it's getting all of your high level data from a situation around chaos because that is a familiar place to you. So the universe is responding and giving you your data according to how you've been processing anyway. So bear that in mind. If you don't enjoy producing or acquiring your data from chaotic situations, this is an opportunity to recognize it and start making readjustments. The process of evolution for the self, and it's even too, if you see in the purple dye here, they're even, almost, a little bit off. Mhm. But there's balance here that is achieved. And this is around the health, but it's evolution. It's about taking a break. It's about safety. It's about, can be about breaking, but there's change that comes from chaos. And it's, I hear now, who do you love? Because it feels like uh, ganging up, the battle of two against one. I have two against one here. So you're not the only person going through this, but not a lot of people are going, okay. It's difficult to, it's like being on a train going in one direction only. And that's been a fine direction. It's been fine. It's not really created an issue, and it's been amusing. But then one day someone says, hey, in order to keep going in that direction, you got to do this. And you're like, wait a minute, no, that wasn't a part of the deal. So I'm not comfortable with it, da 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 da, for whatever your reasons. You now have to change direction. And how do you change direction when it feels like so many others have decided they're willing to do what it takes to keep going in that same direction? It is a bit hamster wheel. It is a train with one direction. So if that direction is working for you, you do have to make that decision. And a choice has to be made. The problem that you may be having with it is that it's controlling. It feels like there are a few options, but there are options. So if stalling it out is a possibility, stretching it out before doing what you're afraid to do is a thing, consider that. Nonetheless, this is acquiring wisdom from a place of chaos. Some of you may be traveling, taking a journey somewhere. And it may be traveling beyond your control, traveling because you're no longer going forward because you just may decide not to. But that doesn't mean that after getting the information you seek, you may find yourself comfortable with doing it. So trust that there are options. They must be explored. This does take work. It's going to take a little hard work. It's going to take a little bit of holding on. It's going to take being backed into a corner when it comes to your values. But this is that, like I always talk about the pinball machine, where you got to initially pull back the spring thing to launch the ball forward into all of these bumps and uh, these rocky paths. And that's, yeah, this is the pullback of the spring. And you will either be launched forward or I don't know. That's a choice up to you there. Uh, but I can assure you, you're not alone in this. It almost feels like those who are pushing know they're doing the wrong thing, but don't have a choice. There's just a lot of stuff around this that is not being discussed. There's a lot of people who are moving and don't even know why they're doing what they're doing. But then at the same time, there's a lot of background fear play going on that's not being discussed. There's an unknown battle, undiscussed, undisclosed, whatever the word is. And though it may look like it's about this, I still say this is, yeah, a part of it, but there's a greater gain in the illusion. Okay? So, um, this is there's a lot of people, you're not alone in wondering about how you will recover, heal, deal with it. Um, you're not the only one going through conflict. The problem is everyone's kind of you're also not the only one that's gone into quiet, step back, uh-oh mode, period. Um, you're not the only one questioning the fairness of the situation and the purpose of. So there's questions, but it's really going to take a certain level of pushback that may have been made familiar to you already. It may take a level of battle that you are familiar with already. The word that just came through was indoctrinated in something in your life, some event or connection or mindset that you've already dealt with that connected you to others was a part of the preparation. The word is indoctrination. A part of the preparation to get you to move forward. How you use the sword is up to you. How you choose to use that sword is up to you. Wow, that's weird as I'm saying that. There's a bird outside just staring at me. All right. I'm going to move out of that. Let's go to the masculine. If I missed any words in there and you saw some, there may have been messages for you on an individual level. Masculine. Let's talk about the current moving blocks, building blocks in your world right now that you can move out of the way. Let's find out. This is about life, money, or love. what just came to me was a cactus plant. And then I heard an old song about an ice box. Got an ice box where my heart used to be. Masculine energy. Having trouble getting your. Okay, what fell out is P and O. My first sense was poor communication. Can also be an op. Oh, throwing off letters. Okay. Well, that's pretty basic. I think we could stop here, masculine. I don't know which goes first. What I also saw just now, in addition to flow, was wolf. So I will move that around. That doesn't work. So, masculine energy. Sorry about that glare. Got the door open. All right. Well, I say that's pretty fast. I think I'm done. Good night, you guys. Masculine energy, you really focused on your money. I still get this energy. Somebody is neglecting their partner. You may be neglecting someone. I'm not saying it's spouse or not, but someone you're involved with. You are way too money focused right now, masculine. That's great, but somebody feels neglected in your space. Yeah, one of y'all is being too much. So be mindful if there's someone that you care about. Don't ignore them. This might be a call to take a day off and give some attention to your person. Not being annoyed, like I got to stop and pay attention to you, but just to make sure maintenance. As money needs maintenance, as work may require your attention, don't forget the maintenance of personal relationships, whether it's other adults or kids. Yeah, okay. So, masculine energy feels like more data about that relationship thing. I'm sorry for the gooey data. Many apologies. So, you guys might be not aware that somebody's taking things the wrong way. That can happen when you're not communicating Okay. Now, let's step out of that and get back to the money because I know you focused on that. And I know you're like, yeah, that's great. Gooey data. Girl, skip that. So I'm going to skip that, okay? Uh, some of you are no longer working well with your team, your group, others who you were supposed to do business with. There's delays. People aren't moving as fast as you'd like them to. Uh-huh. So, you may be feeling like you've been generous enough with others. You have recognized success. You know what it looks like for you. But maybe you're dealing with somebody who doesn't really know what it looks like for them. Or maybe they don't see the success the way you do. Your success may come across as looking a little bit reckless. Uh, mm. So, you may be inviting chaotic energies, also known as resentment. You may be creating anxiety in others around you, as well as yourself, right? There's this sense of being without. Everything feels like urgent emergency. You may be refusing to take a break for yourself. So you have an emergency situation growing on one end that's, you know, going to have some explosive results on the other. Okay. And while it looks like things are tight on the outside, there's some lack going on. So I don't know if it's a masculine dealing with depression and you're masking it with hard work, or if you are creating depression in someone close to you. Nonetheless, I have somebody here who's becoming, maybe you've already become a negative person. You may be appearing negative to others. Your energy output isn't as great as it could be because your focus may be on that, which is luxury, getting things sturdy. You might just be simply catching up on bills, but the focus on getting the reward is going to put you in a place of being without. Okay. Balance. Way down here. So that was 17. Just want to put that back on the screen. There. Okay. So we had 17. That was coming out in reverse, though. So it's about making sure that you're not drained. So if you're overworking yourself, you're gonna have to take a break. Try one day, just one day, taking a break. That doesn't mean sleeping. It could be giving attention to those whom you have ignored. Just letting people know you're still alive, thinking about them, and that they matter. If you are completely single, then it is taking time for yourself, doing something you want to do, getting something you want to do done, something amusing, not like got to clean out the rain gutters or anything like that. I'm talking about doing something that puts a smile on your face, makes you happy. Uh, Putting back some good energy. Because this is a situation that even though you may be building, you may be focused, you may think you're focused, there is a depletion going on at the same time. Giving too much of the self does have a cost. So, this is a time of growth. And some of you may be working through losing someone or not getting what you want from another person. Understand, some of that is because of the lack of attention that was given to a situation. As I said at the beginning, the word cactus. Nobody's probably sitting around giving tons of attention to a cactus, right? And other people in your life may feel like they've been given the attention that one would give to a cactus. Okay. If you're feeling like a cactus, do something about it. Most definitely do something about it if you're feeling a bit like a cactus. But if you're not and you have other people in your environment, some of them do feel like they are. And when I say cactus, let me expand on that. They feel like a plant that you would only water occasionally and then forget it. It's like set it and forget it. Like I expect with a cup of water when I come back in 2 years, you'll grow because you're a cactus. You're out in the middle of a desert and there's sand. You've been used to it because the focus has been on money, getting what I want, maximizing. And you're comfortable that way, aren't you? Don't worry about it. You're a cactus. I'll come back later. I'll give you a cup of water. You'll be good. That's not the case. That's not true. Alternative timeline. Ugh. So, here's an opportunity to freshen things up, start something new, whether it's hobby or letting the person in your life know you care. It's an opportunity to maintain the growth of a cycle. For some of you, it'll be about getting out of that state of boredom, but it requires an action in thought and in foot and in foot. And it preserves the health of other relationships that matter. Ultimately, it's an opportunity to maintain love or not. It's an opportunity to keep things, if you enjoy all elements around you as they are, you do need to water the cactus and talk to it, right? Give it some sunlight, right? Okay. Or not. But it's about maintaining stability if you like that. Stability in all the areas friendships, love, balance, not just money. Okay? Can't take it with you, can't populate the earth with it. You can employ the earth with it. But, can't sleep next to you at night. Just thoughts to consider. Let's see if you stay on the current timeline. Staying there gets you a 1. That's by yourself. The 1, and then the group that the group of cacti. Is that cactus? Plural. The group of cactuses, cacti, whatever they are. They don't enjoy the excessive nature, right? And things dwindle away. As any plant, even a cactus, if it doesn't get what it needs, what happens? They are driven away, they're pushed away. There's a loss of energy, loss of passion. Okay? It's a lesson, it's a restart because others move away or move back. In the 13, we would get death in tarot. So there could be that ending, right? People just kind of let go. They're not. Ooh, that's an old song. Oh, I just heard The Roots. The group is called The Roots. And this is Erykah Badu. And I think the song is called You Got Me, but something about things falling apart. And then we get down to 0. That is the fool's journey in the tarot. We could start again. But it's coming out as it's a chosen thing, right? Someone who may be, now this is if you stay just as you are, keep doing exactly what you're doing. It will be a reckless action. Okay? It creates illusions, nothingness, and we get 0 here, and then we get the remaining letters O here. So this can be energies backing away, other people taking new directions in love. Ooh, and as I'm talking, my throat was responding. You know, like you want to burp, but you can't, nothing happens. But you feel it wanting to happen. Okay. So, but nothing comes up. So I'm getting the impression that the relationships that you may be considering holding on to, or those cactuses, they're not even going to talk about. Like it feels like a quiet um, moving away, or people just quietly step away. Mm. People just quietly go in a different direction. And at the bottom here is traveling, so it can't be moving away from you. People choosing different cycles, new loves, new situations. Going forward, on the other side right here is a 2. So going forward, it'll be karma, but you chose it. Okay? The scales balance themselves out on their own. The cactus can't survive with no nutrients, no water, no attention. So yeah. I'm gonna stick to that because I felt the sense that there's somebody who this may resonate with who doesn't care about the cactuses. So let me get you some data too. I just heard that somebody said I do not even care. Okay. So for those who are choosing to stay in the peak, let me put it back. Got my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Hopefully you're not rolling down the street sipping on gin and juice, though. Don't do that. It's wrong. All right. For those staying in the peak, money flow because money rules everything around you. Cream, get the money, dollar bill, y'all. Wow. Okay, so the 0 is a thing here. The eyes, the O's. The waiting is always the hardest part, the illusions, the new starts. Oh boy. Don't be reckless with your investments. Okay. But if you are staying in it, you're in it to win it. You're in it to win it. For some of you, money is going to be looking good. You're in your maximum flow. You're doing your thing. Be careful of other wolves. Now, what I don't like here is a drop. So I get the sense for someone, you're waiting for something to dip. Somebody has inside data. They're not telling others. So they're waiting for a dip to make use of the other cactuses. Ooh. There's a dip coming that is an illusion because somebody said something. Because one person in the middle, so there's some masculine with power. They say something, volatility is the word whatever. There's some type of volatility. What I heard is now market volatility. I don't know the word. I just see it. Volatility. Lord, Well, now we all understand that I don't invest in stuff like that. All right. So there's a cycle that was expected to do this. It's expected to do like this. But then somebody says something and it goes like, yeah, like that, right? So put that back. So someone's able to control a cycle of financially with their voice. They could be an earth sign. Uh, they could be Scorpio too. Scorpio type energy. Scorpio is the one that desires. They desire what they. Okay. So it's here twice. Hold on. See it twice. So they desire a certain type of growth, but it has to happen with conflict by throwing. Oh. Okay, so the value has to be changed for somebody to make money. I don't know what this is. Uh, that sounds weird. I don't. Okay. Sorry, y'all. That was confusing to me. If you understand what I'm saying, well, just great. Please explain to me sometime. Um, okay, so somebody has to say that thing, then everybody behaves a certain way, it goes that way, and then I hear it's an old rock song, I alone. I alone tempt you. Fear is not the end of this. The group is called Live. It's an old song. I alone is the title of the song. I ain't heard that in a minute. I alone love you. I alone tempt you. Fear is not the end of this. Um, it's what they do. Provocateur. Hmm. So there may be a low. Oh, so did somebody purchase a lemon? Oh, okay, an e-lemon. E could be internet e-commerce. E-commerce. Whatever. Drill a peak. Yeah, rocky road for a new start. But this is an act of greed. Be aware. Somebody says something, so they can be greedy. No matter how many times y'all just saw me move those dice, zero keeps coming back. So, wow, it's nothingness. Somebody's gonna create an illusion to fuck with your money. So be aware of someone. If this is your data, I feel like you know what I'm talking about. A team creates conflict. Someone tries to get a value to hold. So, for those who understand it, So something happens that makes everybody doubt what's coming next, right? Creating karma for the word that keeps coming to me is stock, but I don't know if it's coming from. Okay, it could be me just trying to clarify this for myself, but so something gets said to make a dip. Okay, so when the dip happens, people move. Uh, People do things from emotion. It's a hateful thing that they're doing, but it's got value to them. No rewards for the others, though. It causes things to dip, even in the way the seven falls. And from that, they get control over the options. They get control over the options because the others don't trust. Oh, God, this is nuts. Okay. Well, I'm going to pull some cards for that. I feel like words need to happen to that. What's the advice for the ones who's dealing with the lemon? Who knew? Ew. World news. Okay. Oh gosh. Whatever it is, it's something that whatever the money thing is that tips. It's a everybody in the world participates. So the value affects influences the world, or world events supposedly influence the peak, the drop. And see, then there's a secret over hysteria. Hysteria to what was coming out of my mouth was to boink the middle man or the little man. They want you to pass on it. Smash it, you'll pass on it. It will be broken, sick, unhealed. Hoping everyone gets over it. Oh gosh. Oh boy. Somebody's doing something not good. And it would affect just get over it. They want you to just hoping everybody just reacts and goes away quietly. People are angry. There will be conversations about this. This is an event coming. Guides and guidesses, if this is your data, I don't care who this is. If this is your data, use your intuition. You hear differently at this time. So if you're feeling like, if you're getting your spidey senses tingling about some stuff going on, you're right. It's your intuition. Do what you got to do. Protect yourself, because people are protecting themselves. Sorry to curse. This is somebody playing like God. Like, look, I could say SpongeBob SquarePants, and the market drops. If we were talking about stock, let's say the stock was, let's say it was Amazon stock, and because Bezos said he's not selling SpongeBob SquarePants product anymore, the stock drops down from 100 a share to, I don't know, $2 a share. But he understands that when it drops there, he can scoop everything back up off the floor and do whatever he wants. which is the original intention. So, boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't know why. Listen, something. When I first started pulling these, it came back again, so I'm saying it. Lemon, Don Lemon. That could just be connection to news resources, but Don Lemon, the news dude from CNN, came to my head just then. So I'm just putting that out there at the bottom of the deck. Programming. Good Lord, you guys be okay at the bottom here. Nonetheless, you are well. I don't know central sanity, but be mindful of your money, masculine energies, all right? Let's see, escaping that. Don't participate in criminal activity. Wow, there's no advice there. This is choice. This is learning. This is karma. This is experience. Guides and guidances. If you are feeling that masculine energy for yourself at this time and this resonated with you, this is, wow, using your spidey senses, your intuition to avoid conflict. You sense what's coming. Do your best to act on it. You decide for you what is next. That is the blank card. Those motherfuckers can be criminals, but that don't mean you have to be. They can be a part of that, but you can let other people ride the dip, whatever that is, or you can make decisions for yourself. You're not attached, but your intuition is good at this time because you have great understanding, or you're sensing something coming. So you have the ability to make moves. You have the ability to write this outcome for yourself. So that is choice. Right? Jeez, I'm done with y'all. If this meant anything at all and you'd like me to expand on it, subscribe. Make sure you're subscribed. So when I come back and I do free readings, you can ask me to get more specific on it or something. I don't know. But nonetheless, I hope this was enjoyable to listen to. I hope that this was of use, something to consider. You're not like the others. Some of you are very gifted. Somebody's very gifted that you have an opportunity to not be a part of that. You have an opportunity to see it and extract yourself from it and go forward. Like, you know what? I'm going to watch all y'all motherfuckers hit the wall, but not me. Remember, that was in reverse. You have the element. This is elemental. You are sensing it. This is, man. So that's using your gifts, using your higher gifts, right? To move your backside out of harm's way before hitting the dip. You have a chance. I'm not saying you're going to. You have a chance. So, but it's all choice. All right? Okay, I am done with this. Oh, wait a minute. No melee? I heard that and then I saw it. No melee? I don't know how that works. So however you want to work these words, That looks better. Oh, sounds good to me. All right. I will try to come back a little bit later this evening for an open reading. All right. I said try. Nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed this reading. And be well. Be safe. Be aware. This was Building and Moving Blocks. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you guys later. And remember, you are well. Bye.